This is a Dyson DC18 Slim. Dyson's first attempt at a small, svelte, lightweight slimline. I'm not going to say light because it isn't. Vacuum cleaner, obviously compared to a DC15. It is a light, small, little thing. This one apparently doesn't run very well. Can we give it a service? And the answer is yes. But there are some questions that we should ask first of all, because the DC18 does have a humongous flaw in its design, sadly. So we should check there first. So let's have a look at a Dyson DC18. Yes, hello, my Dyson DC18 chums. How are you today? You know what, I've had one of these for years, literally. It's one of these, orange, slim, you know, the works. I haven't done a thing with it. We've not even filmed a before video. So this could be a nice taster into getting that down from the loft and us having a look. What do you think? First thing that I have noticed is the DC01 dusting brush, because yeah, 32mm tools fit straight on there. I mean, it doesn't fit onto the very specific to the DC18, and this one is missing a little brush. Literally would have looked like that, just it would have fitted. So that's almost the tools that it should have had. At least they are genuine. So yeah, we can get that off of the wand, and the handle is identical really to my DC17. That is more where this family style design came from. And I think DC27, there's a couple of Dysons have had this, and I quite like it. It is all right as a handle. We may as well take the cable down, and promise if we go through the machine too much, we're going to work out if the filter's clogged or, you know, if there's a torn hose somewhere. So we should probably plug it in and see if, and probably more importantly, how it runs. There's the on button. Yeah, we may as well experience that before. Oh, I'll say before we look at the cyclone. It's very possible that this filter here is pretty clogged internally. They do get like that, although that was a pretty significant drop in power. I mean, this is how you check a cord. Turn it on. You can put the bin on. The wonders drop. Marvellous. Okay, we have a blocked wand. That is relatively easy to sort. I mean, there's a time when this was a thin, narrow air path. Obviously, Dyson pioneered everything, but yeah, obviously not here. Now, we will continue like this because what we need to do now is check that the suction moves from this hose to the floor. Because that is this machine's Achilles heel. Underneath all of this bottom bit, I might try and show you it in a bit. I think you can see the peg. There's a plastic peg that moves when you, well, I think that's a promising sign, when you recline the machine. And it's what flips the diverter valve in this generation. And they snap very easily. So, oh, good. That's very nice. So we are in need of a bit of a wipe down. We're not doing a full strip down on this. I didn't even offer that to the lady because I didn't want to get into it all. We're just going for a clean up. She also has brand new filters, which is handy because I hate doing DC18 filters. I don't even know if you can. I'm going to sort of half wait for her to complain that she can't take this filter off because it is notoriously difficult. However, this filter is simply a normal Dyson filter, and she has one of these on the way, so that is fine. Just going to strip down the Cyclone, which is the same as the DC14. Nice and simple. What I want to have a look at next is underneath, because we're going to take out the very good condition brush rolls. This is all of the underneath side of it. And in fact, can we take the hose out? Oh, yeah! Look at that. Oh, look, we might be able to see it. Yeah. You see that entire plastic part move? That is being moved by the most, well, typical Dyson fashion, the most insignificant, tiny little piece of plastic ever. And my one in the loft is broken. And I have the entire bit of this, brand new, ready to put on it. So yeah, comment down below if we should flip and get the heck on and do that. Let's get these brush rolls out. So just like a DC15, I don't think they're the same brush roll there, but I could be wrong, comment down below. You just take both sides out and that one's a little bit grimy. This is how it, where's my screwdriver gone? This will do. This is how it starts, you see, all the hair just starts to build up and build up and build up and build up. Oh God, it's packed in there. Here it comes. And this is what melts the plastic together. This is what grinds and ruins your machine and smells like burning, and yeah, will eventually seize up the motor. And in a DC18, that is pretty much game over. So yeah, that is cleaner already. The other side is a little bit better, but yeah, that can be washed. And all I'm going to do really is just give it all a very good wipe down. We're not stripping it down. We're going to just vacuum it, give it a clean, give it a wipe, and give the Cyclone a good clean, because yeah, it doesn't need much more than that. I'm not charging an awful lot for this anyway, so you know, I don't charge a lot for this sort of service. This is more to do a video on with some nice content. And yeah, I've also got to unclog the wand. Which is probably going to be as simple. I move this. Let's just smashing it on the floor until there's one piece left. Can I get to it from the top? There it is. We get all the bits of brick out of it, and it will work once more. Right, I shall see you when it is a lot cleaner. A few days later, and the DC18 is looking a fair bit cleaner. This part hasn't really been stripped down at all. I'll just pull the head off as well. I've just given all of this, you know, the hose, all of the connections, everything under there, really good wipe down. And that's about all this machine needed. It's about all you can do without really taking it apart. So, yeah, we are leaving it with that. Got the nice seal around the floor head connection, nicely done. And yeah, the floor head's pretty good. The base plate isn't too worn. The back blade is a bit gone. I presume a DC25 one is the same, but yeah, it's as good as it's going to get, really. It is clean, it is tidy, it will certainly run a lot better than it did. While we have the floor head out and this box of stuff behind me, we may as well put the brush rolls back into place. And I think the end caps are either side, but obviously the brush rolls. Brush rolls only go in one way. There we go. So that side on there. Oh, I didn't get a screwdriver handy. Here we go. Always have your tools ready before you start filming. Put onto that side. This bit onto here. Yeah, nice and spinny. Oh, I keep putting it on the wrong way around because I'm pretty much every other Dyson. They did hide all this away. This then went onto the bottom like so, and then this just clips onto the front like that, and it has to have that bit on there, otherwise it falls down. What I also realised is that look, this Dyson DC01 with the really old logo on it fits into the tool holder. There must be 40 odd years separating that design with that design, if you think back into, oh, is it? No, maybe 30, 35, a long time, and it fits perfectly. Obviously, I doubt Mr. Dyson or anybody planned for that to happen, but hey, it did. What we need to do now is go through the contents of this washing basket to put the Cyclone back together. And this is pretty much just the DC14 Cyclone, really. There's the shroud, there's the, well, this bit's different. There are a couple of differences. The biggest is this, look. Dyson used to do plastic and actual rubber seals. This is that really cheap foam gasket now that you pretty much have to replace every single time you refurbish a machine. But no, this one, look, an actual piece that will never wear out. So of course they couldn't have that, could they? No, no, no. So yeah, this is going to be where the biggest difference is. This machine has been, or had been used for DIY. So yeah, this bit was quite grubby. But now it's quite clean, and the air can flow through, you know, the 7 million miles an hour that it's trying to there, because yeah, they don't clog, but they compact, and that's when the damage is done. Let's get this back in here, and then we can check if it works still. And just like that, we can pop the Cyclone onto the bin with a click at the back. There it is. Drop that on. Then we're going to put the old filter back in for now, because she's got new ones, she says. They're on the way. So we're not going to bother with that. That's going to help us out a treat. We can put the bin back on, and hopefully this Dyson DC18 is going to be a lot happier with life now than it was before. Let us take the hose off and see what the suction's like now. I mean, it's still got some improvement to do with a new filter, but that's certainly a lot sharper than it was. Let's just check that the floor stuff all still works. Oh yeah. There's the filter needing changing. It works very well. Doesn't seem to be the most aggressive thing in the world, but I don't think this era was. It's also not a ball, because if you notice, look, it's swivelling and pivoting around on this roller on the bottom here. Wasn't even a Dyson ball vacuum. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You got it dirty as well. Oh no, look, I picked up. Actually, not a horrendous amount, a little bit. I pushed the Electrolux Z185E around this morning. So, yeah, I think that has been a very nice little service for it. It can go on now. It's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. So what do you think? The Dyson DC18 Slim. Is it a machine you've come across before? Have you ever worked on one? If you change the entire midsection, please let me know how to do it, so that I can be a bit prepared for when I perhaps do my own. And who knows, one day we might see another on the channel. But until the next time, but not this one, will see you soon. Bye bye.